Kevin, a successful visit to Worcestershire this evening, a 2-0 victory at Alvechurch. Difficult conditions, a good physical test. I imagine you're delighted with that.
I am delighted, yeah. I think, off the back of Saturday, it's a hard-fought game on Saturday, and just seeing how the lads come out of that and the energy and strength they needed to show tonight. It's not easy to play out there, and Alvechurch are very adept at it, and they understand the conditions, and they do, they move the ball well on there. And I think for the opening period, you would say they 10-15 minutes they were the better side probably up until the first goal, but then we had a real period there where we really found a groove and fortunately built on a fantastic goal from Byron and give ourselves that cushion. We probably should have scored one or two more at that stage, but yeah, and then managed the game in the second half. I think both sides have had. We certainly had a moment there, where we should probably do better, and I think Brandon's had to pull off a good save. There weren't so many chances throughout the game, but again, the most important thing is taking the 3 points and hopefully off the back of no injuries as well.
Yeah, goals do change games, and those two, I think they're only about 6-7 minutes apart, really did change things, because Alvechurch started very positively, and again, given that it's not the easiest pitches, but they do try to move the ball around. They're not reliant on just being direct or anything like that. So they're a tough side.
Very much so. To say, you've got a strong side to play against and difficult conditions on which to play as well. And I appreciate it's the same for both sides. But I just felt when it's a great strike from Byron and to give us the lead. And at that stage, as you say, probably Alvechurch were the more likely side, but we're managing the ball probably better than we were. It took us a little while to find our rhythm, but then, like I say, the period that we had thereafter was terrific, and obviously the intention is to try and sustain those periods for longer still. Be at the bar, it's a fantastic move to hit the bar, and I think a little while after that we have a breakaway where really we should. Jordan should have been slid in to take a moment, but the young men are understanding the game and being in those moments, and hopefully realising they've perhaps got to make better decisions to move forward.
You've spoken about these spells in games that you've got to take the game away from sides while you're enjoying sort of like spells like that. It wasn't quite taken away from Alvechurch at 2-0, but it put you in, gave you a good degree of control, didn't it? Yeah,
I think so. And like I say, the lads at the back, Marshall, Alvechurch stretched very, very well. Brandon handled the ball really, really well. And again, the clean sheet is a real positive for us. So yeah, it'd be nice to be a little bit more expansive, but I think when you've got something to hang on to, defend, and then go and try and pick your moments, which we did. It's an all-round pleasing performance, and again, the most important thing is that we get the other side of it with 3 points and hopefully nobody injured.
Sure. That's 2 consecutive wins now after that bump in the road, as you described it, at Sudbury. 7 games remaining now. Are you still just focusing on what we can do? You're not looking at other matches that are taking place in the table?
I've had a glimpse tonight just to see how the other couple went, and credit to Leader Market. They've had a fantastic, consistent season, and I think they are they're going to be the champions. I'll be highly surprised if they slip up now. And credit to them, they've been terrific. And again, in and around that, not lots of other clubs that have had real strong seasons. So yeah, I'm aware of it. Where we're at. Everyone has a glimpse, but like I say, we tried to do that thing of taking a game at a time. With going into today, it's not ideal losing Sam and Matty, and obviously Nathan's out for a longer period. They're 3 key players that you really need in games like this. Got experience and understanding, and obviously the physical attributes to add to that as well. But the lads that went in there have done a terrific job, and that hopefully that all goes well for us. Preparing for Saturday, and again another tough match on the road.
You've spoken about taking it one game at a time. I know that eyes will potentially be on the Good Friday game, not from you, but from supporters against Redditch, because obviously the proximity to Redditch and the table, the chance to extend that lead over them. But it's important you don't get ahead of yourself, and you've got to deal with Hitchin Town first, haven't you?
Yeah, very much so. They've not having a great run and a great time at the moment, and yeah, it's sad to see Mark move aside. He's a fantastic manager, and it's like, I don't like to see that at a club, and then although they're not getting walloped every week, they're still in and around games, and clearly from the experience we had when they came to us earlier in the season, a very capable side, and sometimes that can happen. And as we know, Sudbury weren't having the greatest time and managed to beat us, and it's important that our focus and understanding of these situations is where it needs to be, and I guess we'll be using Thursday to look at it and understand that and discuss that, and make sure that we're going in with the right mental state and a good frame of mind. It's nice to do it off the back of a victory, but clearly the game's going to be really tough for us. All away games are, but the lads are enjoying the football, and obviously want that to continue.
I don't imagine Thursday will be the heaviest of sessions either. I imagine there might be some quite stiff legs after 90 minutes on that pitch.
Yeah, I think it's about understanding what every individual needs, and probably obviously there's a large group that put a lot of effort in there tonight. There's a few that outside of that do need a little bit extra potentially. So again, it's just deciding and having that discussion about what the best course of action is, and hopefully we can do that together. I'm big on players having an input into what we do and buying into the decisions that we make. Whatever we decide to do, hopefully it'll be the right thing, and we go into Saturday as fresh as we possibly can at this stage of the season.
Kevin, congratulations on your victory tonight. Thanks for your time as always, and see you on Saturday.
Thank you.